Record. All right, we're recording. Um, did you guys do a top five list or something?
I did. I hope
Yes.
you guys like mine.
I am still in the middle of working on mine. I've been trying all day, couldn't come up with any ideas.
Wow.
I tried to do well, I guess let's get this going. Hi everybody, and welcome to podcast The Motion Picture. This is Reed, and with me as always, Jack and Noah. And as never, Cole is not here. I lost my sheet of paper that tells me what to say, but thank God I got it memorized because I'm a fucking G. Yay! All right. Yeah. So we all used to work on some movies together, some indie films, nothing huge or major. We're none of us is a Harvey Weinstein or a Kevin Spacey type, nothing big like that. Just regular guys who aren't creeps. Um, yeah. We used to work on those, and now we record this, and give us a good listen. If people like what they hear, we'll keep doing this. And either way, I'm gonna keep doing this because I'm pretty bored lately. You can find us on many movies on YouTube. If you're listening on the YouTube, go to Spotify or one of the other streaming things and click on Podcast in Motion Picture because it's I think watching a podcast is always weird. But yeah, that's all of us, and I don't know. I think that's the whole spiel. Welcome to the show, everybody. We're talking about lists. You guys just jump on in whenever you're comfortable speaking.
I've never been comfortable speaking. Honestly, never. I don't like it even now.
Okay.
Well, I can start if you'd like me to, because Reed is can't make a list. It's
I'm
only
so
a top five list, Reed. That's not hard. You could do it on your sleep.
thing. I was trying to make top five lists, everybody. We're all gonna do a top five list. I was trying to make one all day, but couldn't come up with any ideas. I couldn't get any time away for. I was just had a busy day, and then I was watching Golden Girls. I was like, ooh, now we're cooking, and I can do like top duos or top ensembles of women. I was like, but I better stick to movies. I don't want to go to TV shows because then like I'll be hopping in Roseanne and Golden Girls. It's like nah, like then that ain't movies. Lo and behold, I don't think there's five movies made in which there's like a two quality duo women together. And maybe that's on me not having seen enough, but it's like I could name like probably 25 dudes in duos for comedies. It's like, yeah, I feel like that's not fair. It's not equal. But here we
Thelma
are.
and Louise.
That was one of them. Never seen it. So
The
Me
two
neither.
people from the two, what's her name? The lead actresses from Heat.
Oh
Sandra
yeah,
Bullock, yeah,
Sandy
yeah.
B.
I would
Yeah.
always go with those two. I think on my list, I think all I really recall having put on there was that one, and then Bridesmaids for sure.
How
I,
about Birds of Prey with the egg sandwich?
yeesh, yeesh,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeesh.
That's
Gross.
funny you should say that, Noah, because guess what my top five list is about?
Egg sandwiches?
Sandwiches.
Close. The best foods for movies.
Okay, I like that topic.
I do too. I'm excited for that.
Yes, 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 yes.
Noah, what was your top five list about?
I have listed my top 5 favorite Green Day songs.
Cool, cool. Well, I have a top five thrillers that I've been to of late. They won't be in any particular year or category. They're just movies that thrill me and they are from whenever. So there we go. Jack, do you want to hop into your list?
I can. I want to start with an honorable mention with the tomato from Return of the King
Eh,
that he's just smacking down on.
Sure.
great. Oh, hey, Colt just texted us all to say, looking at cars now won't be on. Sorry, guys. Ah,
Only 13 minutes late.
yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I'm
And
gonna
to rudely interrupt my
I'm
list.
gonna I'm gonna text them. We figure that out. All right.
Text him we can start now. Like we've been waiting this whole time.
God, what a guy. Anyway, sorry, Jack. Also, thank you for the honorable mention. I really actually
Thank
dig
you.
that.
It's it always stands out to me.
Yeah.
My this is in no discernible order, but because I did this like an hour ago off the top of my head. But number 5 is the old 96er from the Great Outdoors.
Oh, bro, you got me pumped. Hell yeah. Great start.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And all the gristle.
Nothing left on that plate but gristle and fat.
Classic. Classic. At number 4, we have the wontons or the dumplings from Old Boy. I don't know why, but those things always look pretty good.
Huh. Not what I remember about that movie.
I've not seen it.
What do you remember, Noah?
Oh, I won't say anything. Reed hasn't seen it.
Thanks.
Oh, that's right. At number 3, we have what was a horribly priced product now in the day, but now is something most people would happily spend. But the $5 shake from Pulp Fiction.
God damn, that's a pretty fucking good milkshake.
Yeah, what happened to goddamn Biden's economy? Am I
Yeah.
right?
Damn it.
Ugh.
I actually have made a vow to myself. I'm not going to be doing any politics talk tonight. So you guys can fire me if I do.
Oh, speaking of
I'll hold
politics, did you see the clip of Joe Biden and Martin Sheen shaking hands today? It's kind of cool. Best president in my lifetime is Jed Bartlett.
He's trying real hard. He's trying real hard.
No comment. No comment.
Number 2.
Trying real hard, Ringo.
Number 2 is the ratatouille from Ratatouille.
Yeah.
That for years I thought was meat, and then suddenly learned it's all vegetables.
Yep.
So
I don't know what the fuck it was for the longest time.
just look good.
Could you say the vegetable line, please?
One can get too familiar with vegetables. Great movie. It's been too long at this point.
And number 1 is whatever the fuck they're eating at the beginning of Spirited Away, or any Studio Ghibli Miyazaki movie, because I don't know why food looks really good in those.
Yeah.
I agree. I haven't watched a Studio Ghibli outside of Spirited Away ever, and I haven't seen Spirited Away in a long time. But I remember they go to that little village where it's kind of a mystery, where they don't know where they are, and the mom and the dad start eating all the food, and yeah, it's amazing.
Yep.
I don't cannot tell you what any of that shit is. Just looks good.
Yep.
All right. Well, cool. I like that list a lot. That was an awesome topic.
You're gone, Reed. You're
He's
dead.
gone.
You're
He's
deceased.
doing this.
How about now?
Yeah, you're back.
Good.
Unfortunately.
Food. Oh, I almost started watching The Bear the other night, but didn't.
Ooh, come on.
Not as
Hands. I need fucking hands.
I need fucking hands.
fucking hands. And
There's points in that show where he looks so depressed. I'm like, God damn it, that is Connor. But
You know, he does. I've never put that together. He does look a tiny bit like Connor. Yeah.
There's a picture in the house when Connor has like his super long hair.
Yeah.
It's damn identical.
Yeah. I like that call. If I close out of my Zoom app, can you guys still see me on the screen, or am I gone?
try it.
What do you try?
I'm gone. Can you see me?
Oh my God. What
Yes.
happened to no?
Okay,
yeah,
cool. All right. I'm looking
Why?
at
What are you gonna do? What are you looking at, Noah?
Yeah, Noah.
my list.
Why is your screen so shaky, Noah?
Yeah. Up and down. All
That's
right.
why I don't feel comfortable talking. Stuff
Oh.
like
I see. Well, we're just poking you. We're just poking you in the old funny bone. So there. You want to talk now? Listen, the only reason you get put on the spot is because Jack and I are stuck filling for you, man. You sit there in your silence in your ivory tower looking down on the world, watching the Minnesota Twins. So
Yeah.
just jump in, say your shit.
I'm a very contemplative person. I don't like to say anything without thinking on it for a long time first.
Could have fooled me.
One sec. Let me finish my drink.
Well, we'll wait. Oblige him.
Oblige him. Okay, I made a list of 5 Green Day songs. We will be seeing the band Green Day perform live in about less than 48 hours at this point. Pretty
Oh,
cool.
Reed, you bought those tickets?
Oh yeah, that happened. Yeah, the what?
The Green
What?
Day tickets.
Yeah.
Yes, that
Can't
is the
believe
concert
this.
we're going to.
Can't believe this. First the first concert, and now you invite me to this one.
You
Like,
know
come
how
on.
you know how I know
Come
it
on.
doesn't fucking matter one fucking bit is you call concert the first concert and the Blink-182 concert. You couldn't give a shit who we saw.
Okay. I can't actually give two fucks about Blink-182, but I do care about Green Day. So you do have me there.
I'm
Where are they
sorry,
playing?
Jack. Don't place this blame upon Reed. It's I that should bear the brunt of this. I'm sorry I didn't bring it up. I didn't think you gave a shit.
You are fucktard. I'm gonna judge the fuck out of your list now.
Whoa. Throwing the FT word.
Yes,
Okay.
people. Sorry, I
All
apologize.
right. Wow. Woo. Yeah, so it's kind of tough to make a top 5 list of a band that's been around for 30 plus years, 36 years, 35. But this is my top 5 that I was feeling today. Number 5, I have When I Come Around from the album Dookie. This
Wow.
song
Couple
is one of
choice.
their most popular. Dookie is my favorite album of theirs, so you'll see 2 other songs from that on here. I put it on here because it was, along with probably Boulevard of Broken Dreams, like the first songs that got me into Green Day. My parents really liked this song, and it was on the tiny MP3 player I had before I had like an iPod Touch even. That I don't remember a ton of songs on there, but I know When I Come Around was on there, and I know I Miss You by Blink was on there, and I know Everlong was on there. So like just the tiny MP3 player that fueled my music taste. My number 4 song, I have Going to Passalaqua, I think is how you say it. It's from their very first album that came out in 91. It's awesome. I don't know if we'll see it live. I've looked at no set lists. I think it's popular as far as like old Green Day goes, but it's just really cool. It's like you can tell where they're gonna go, and they're kind of there already right off the bat, which is really cool. Great chorus, everything about it's lovely. My number 3, I have the song She from the album Dookie. This one has always stuck out to me because of the bass line that kicks it off. Like right away, it's like doom, doom, doo, doo, like this really deep bass that's front and center. The only other band I can think of that does bass like as prominently as Green Day is probably Blink 182. Maybe Rush also, but like I tend to like bands that do that for some reason. I don't know why, but She has always been one of my favorite songs of theirs. I know we'll see that, so I'm very excited to see that. Number 2, I have Jesus of Suburbia. I obviously have to represent American Idiot on this list. American Idiot is great. It's not my, like, Dookie is easily my favorite album of theirs because I like my Green Day punky, and American Idiot's not totally punky anymore to me. It's kind of that 2000s rock vibe, which I also love. But Jesus of Suburbia stands out to me as like the crown jewel of that. It's 9 minutes long. It's epic. It's anthemic. It's, I don't know, inventive. The lyrically, it's phenomenal. There's so many memorable lines from it. Just we love Jesus of Suburbia, all of us. I know. My number 1 is from the album Dookie. It's a song called "Welcome to Paradise." To me, this is the Green Day song that just fucking rocks the hardest all the time. It's one of my go-to touch tune songs. You know, Drake has Creed. I have Welcome to Paradise by Green Day. It's a song I've never gotten sick of. The guitars are amazing. The drums rock. Billy's vocals phenomenal. So 1, Welcome to Paradise. And those are the 5 Green Day songs I've chosen to highlight today.
Pretty Dookie heavy.
Very Dookie.
Very
yeah.
Dookie heavy. I love me some Dookie. One of my
I would
favorite
say
albums ever.
if you do not have Jesus Suburbia on that list, I would have drove to Duluth and strangled you. But
Yeah, that's a good
Such
one.
such a dope rock thing.
I'm happy though, because as you were talking, I pulled up the Spotify their page to make sure that you weren't going to just name off the top 5 most listened songs on Spotify, and you didn't. So
No.
very proud of you.
All right, cool. I'd say if I'm still hooked up here, I actually wrote down my own top 5 while you were doing your top 5.
Excellent.
My hair was sitting in my headphones really well, and now it's bugging the heck out of me. I hate all this hair. It sucks.
Just get it cut.
No, I don't think I'm gonna do that actually. I think in about 20 minutes I'm gonna have the revelation. God, I really love this hair. Um,
I think you should cut it the length mine is right now, maybe even shorter.
I just
I
don't
think if
know.
you do choose to cut it, you should do a reverse mullet.
Yeah, I should. There's a guy in season one of The Traitors. Handsome devil, this guy. He's got hair like it's just normal cut where it's pretty short, and you leave some up top so you can kind of spike it up, give it that little phew up there, kind of me. But then he like left it grown out just in the back here in the tails. It was like, ugh, what the fuck is wrong with you, buddy? Stuck with me. All right, my
I,
songs here. Sorry. What?
oh, I was just say I was gonna reference Family Guy there for a second, and normally don't do that, but it's in the joke is to the No Country for Old Men. Who's the villain in that? What's his name with his
Javier
fucking
Bardem.
hair? Yeah, his it's the joke is that how he did his haircut when they went into the barber, what he told the barber, and he said short in the long places and long in the short places. I think you should say that. I think you should say that to the when you go get your haircut
I
and
always
see what they
love.
do to you.
There's another good haircut bit in what is it? We're the Millers. Jason Sudeikis has got long hair and a beard right at the start of it, and he's gonna try to put this team together between his friends to pose as a family. He goes in to get his haircut so he can fit the part, and he describes this very specific thing that just fits the haircut he wants to get really well, and it's essentially the Jason Sudeikis haircut. But it's just about this, I'm a miserable kind of guy. I work 9 to 5. My wife cheats on me behind my back. I play
We lost you.
barbers.
He's gone. He's gone.
Thing. The barber's like, yeah, I'm not really sure. And it like cuts to a guy sitting way behind them with the Jason Sudeikis haircut. It goes like this.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, really? It's good.
You'd
Yeah,
like it.
I know I would. It's weird I haven't seen it.
All right. So my quick list I'll run through is about the opposite of Noah because it's very American Idiot. My number 5
Yeah,
would
because
be
you're a fucking idiot.
you're fucking dookie. My number 5 would be Wake. My number 5 is Wake Me Up.
Before you go.
No, in September.
Come on, you got this. It's not hard. It's not hard. You got this.
Words. Number 4 is American Idiot. My number 3 is Holiday. My number 2 is Dookie's Basket Case. And then my number 1 is Jesus of Suburbia because it couldn't be anywhere else. Yeah, it is the damn it of Green Day for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best one.
I remember
The
when
fact that it wasn't.
Oh, you go ahead, Jack.
Oh, I was gonna say the fact that you didn't have it at number 1 is disheartening.
Yeah, it's only because it's not a song I can listen to all the time, and Welcome to Paradise is. That's a nothing. Like it, not to take anything away from it, but I remember when I was making your '90s themed birthday party playlist. It was like 150 '90s songs and Jesus of Suburbia.
Yeah.
And I'll always remember.
Yeah.
Oh no, I sit in the party of that American Idiot is like one of the best albums front to back ever made. That you could turn that bitch in and you're not gonna like be disappointed when a song comes on. Like they all kind of slap.
American Idiot does this weird thing for me where Holiday Boulevard of Broken Dreams is an exception, but like when it has the song / the other song, it's always the first part fucking rules, and then I don't care about the second part. and it bothers me just a little bit. Bothers me just a little bit. Not much, but a little bit.
I can hop to my list. Let me tell a thing I got to say earlier. So I work at the dementia place, and I got to do a Norm Macdonald joke on one of them earlier. To him, it wasn't a joke. He doesn't really know what's going on, but he's wearing this hat. It says Polska. And I go, "Hey, what's that hat say?" He goes, "It's Hitler related." I'm like, "Hey, what do you mean it's Hitler related?" And he goes, "It means Poland will rule Poland now." And I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it's about that." Me about
We
it.
lost you. Oh, you're good.
You lost me?
For a second, yep.
Yeah,
You got to
I
do
got
something about this. You
audience.
got to
I
fix it.
gotta. It's just really obnoxious.
Yep.
Anyway, but he's telling me, he goes, "You know who Hitler was?" I was like, "Yeah, I heard of him." And he starts telling me he was this moron in power who got 3,500 or whatever his number was. He threw a huge number out there. Amount of people that just died in the whole process on every side because this idiot was in power and just didn't give a shit. Uh, and I go, "Yeah. More I hear about this guy, the more I don't like him."
Nice.
Yeah.
Did this guy really think you probably wouldn't know who Hitler was?
He just, I don't know.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
No,
it's
he
hard to
is.
tell.
It is like a dementia patient, so like he probably like deep down does, but also he's just telling a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's a wild thing to say. It's related to Hitler, and you're who?
Yeah. It's like, it was like in red font too. So I was like, oh no. Yeah.
So I also work with people with mental disabilities, learning disabilities, as we like to say. I have this client that's obsessed with like TV networks and like studios, like Paramount, 20th Century Fox, stuff like that. And one thing we'll do together is like hum or sing like theme songs to that. And today I got like the first three notes of the Universal theme out, like just to try to engage him. I was like, do, 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 do. And he goes, "Stop singing Universal." And the whole room just laughed. It was really fun. I mean, I was three notes in and he knew what I was doing and he wasn't having it. So that was funny today.
Yeah. It's kind of hard. I've never gotten to work a job I've had a bunch of mental health type of jobs before, but I've never been in an environment where I can have like a really fun, laughable type of a moment where it's such a harmless thing because they've always been horseshit, terrible places I've worked. The companies were fine, but the clientele were people with horrible, horrible psychological issues from injury or birth defects or severe drug addicts. And so those are hard things to laugh along with. There's not a lot to laugh with or
Yeah.
about or at or anything like that. But
Yeah.
these people are kind of just confused old people. So they're people who are, confused about what's going on, but then they're also just really, really nice people. And they'll just say some things occasionally like old grandma would, but it'll be such an out of pocket, like what are you talking about? At one point the other day, I'm standing in the kitchen. We got this new resident coming, and another one of the residents who kind of can be a little pessimistic. She goes, "Well, you picked a bad time to come to town." And I look at her and I go, "What? Are you talking to me?" She goes, "No, I'm talking to her." And me and a nurse are kind of smiling at each other because it's like, what is this about? And I go, "Why is it such a terrible time to come to town?" She goes, "Well, kind of a rare thing to have two funerals at once." It's like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Whoa. Yeah.
And today another one of them.
Lost you.
She had to.
You have to roll that one back.
Yeah, I gotta put it in. I don't even know how it's coming out. Another resident, love her to death. She Shelby, our director of our life engagement activities. It's getting a bunch of the residents on video telling jokes for National Joke Day, and this woman, the resident, got to tell a joke, and her joke was, "What hand do you cut steak with?" What do you guys think?
What?
Your
I
left
guess
claw?
I guess
know.
I don't know.
Well, Jack said left, so I got to go with the punchline of it. Neither. You use a steak knife to cut. But
That's good.
yeah, and then she
It's
told it.
decent.
Yeah. No, it was funny. What happened though in the Twins
The
game?
worst hitter on the Minnesota Twins just hit an inside the park home run, and it was pure, like no error by the outfielder or anything. He just hit it to the right part of the park.
Ooh,
Wait, let me guess,
Wow.
Margot.
No, Kyle fucking Farmer.
wow.
Farmer's
Like-
fat ass got around the fucking no.
He
I
got an
refuse to
inside
believe
the
that.
park home run clean. The outfielders didn't do anything wrong. He just hit it to the right part. It's super, super rare. And now it's a tie game, 2-2 in the second. Go Twins.
Who we playing?
The Texas Rangers, who won the
Oh.
World Series last year and who will not even sniff the playoffs this year because
Weird.
baseball is cruel.
Gotcha. Anyway, this resident was going around asking everybody that joke, and she was cracking me up because she kept messing up a word of it every time, a different word. It wasn't like habitually the same thing over and over again. She just kept saying something off a little bit, and each time revealing the punchline of the joke. It was like Michael Scott in that episode of The Office where he's trying to, say, "What's up, dog?" It just can't do it. And the thing is, she'd say it at people, and then they'd be looking at her confused because like there was no punchline delivered, and then she'd look at me like smiling, trying to gauge my reaction of just how funny it was.
That's awesome.
I couldn't get through it because it was like you are so.
We lost you.
Oh my God, I'm gonna break this motherfucking computer. I'm telling
I
this
think what-
enduring tale.
I think
Ugh.
what you have to do is just stop moving. Like
I
move your
can't.
mouth and
I
nothing else.
can't stop moving. I move too much. I move all the time. I'm fucking ADHD riddled.
You have to stop.
Ugh.
Have
The
to stop.
Just
the
stop.
amount of ADHD in me is about as many holes as it took to fill the Albert Hall. A lot. Okay? A lot.
Dude, nice.
All right, let me hop to my top five, and then I'm thinking we're gonna be getting closer and closer to a break. I feel bad sending that text to Cole, but
Is it actually National Joke Day today?
I don't know if it's today. It might be tomorrow. Let me hop on the Google. National Joke Day today.
Why did the
August
idiot
16th.
throw? Why did the idiot throw the clock out of the window?
I don't think we can deliver that punchline.
All right, I won't finish that one.
All right, let me hop on my top five list here. Top five thrillers of late. Number 5, Terrifier 2. I'm gonna actually get rid of my number 4, which was Memento.
Love Memento.
I do too, and I love it. I'm gonna put number 4, Terrifier 1. They're just really great and current, up to date. They do a lot of good color grading in it, which is weird. Not even color grading, because they're set stage lights, so they're already shot light, so they light it exactly how they wanted it to come out, and they do a weirdly good job for a shitty slasher movie about a clown that kills and fucks everything up. Number 3, Barbarian. I like that one. You guys like Barbarian?
Is that the
I haven't
naked
seen it
grandma
yet.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That was
haven't
a good
seen
one.
it, Jack?
No.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about it. You should really watch it. Do not Google a fucking thing about it.
Oh, I don't know a damn thing about it besides, Wise Kids Guy made it. But
Wait,
other than that,
yeah, I always forget that motherfucker. What's his name? Zach something.
yeah,
You-
Zach.
We always have the same conversation every time this comes up where you bring that up. I go, what are you talking about? But yeah.
No, I keep waiting to watch because I have a whole fucking list of thrillers / horror movies that I need to watch, but I'm waiting for September because that's when spooky season hits.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're almost there.
Yeah. That's okay. My number 2 is Parasite. I haven't seen it in a long time. I really have to watch it again.
It's the best. I haven't seen it since probably whenever we would have watched it last. In the theater, I think, is the last time I saw it.
Nah, you watched it before one of the Oscar movies because you had to show me and Cole.
Yeah, and then we saw it in the theaters after that.
I didn't.
Cole
Okay.
Cole saw it in theaters with me.
Yeah, dude. I showed you and Ben before the Oscars. I watched it twice.
You
in
showed
about
me and
12
Ben.
hours.
That's right.
And then our theater got it after that, and we went to see it in theaters there. We saw it like three. I saw it like 3 times in 2 weeks, and I haven't seen it since.
I saw it in cinema. Me and Cole went because I was like, "Yo, let's go see this new movie. It's supposed to be crazy." And he was like, "Okay." And matter of fact, it was.
It's awesome.
Don't spoil nothing about it. I know you guys probably weren't planning on doing it, but Maddie's never seen it, and I really look forward to her getting to see it.
I feel like
Connor-
Maddie would like that movie. Like
I think-
it's such a just weird one. Like just really cool.
One thing I will say about it, and there's that one shot where they're looking at the stairwell, and you can see something in the stairwell.
Yeah.
Connor loves to fucking recreate that. He'll go on stairwells. He'll do that. Okay, my number one, because we're just about shy on time here. Well, we got a few more minutes anyway. My number one is a small tale that, could be construed as a thriller, maybe, kind of an adventure. It's really a journey does take place, but they don't travel all too far. Nay, essentially, this all takes place in one building on Christmas Eve. Bruce Willis is John McClane. Watch him take down Hans Gruber in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good call.
So
that's for a second I thought you were gonna say Goonies for some reason.
No,
You went the right way.
I was thinking Krampus for whatever reason. I don't know why.
He's a big Krampus guy.
I am a big
Biggest
Krampus
guy I know.
Yeah.
I am, because isn't your mom a big fan of that movie?
She's a huge fan. Everybody
Yep.
listening, my mom, annually we watch Krampus together, and it's not just me and her. It used to be, but we'd get Welsh involved too, our friend. Whoever, whatever family members want to come around to it. Welsh, my mom took me and Walshinger to that movie in fucking theaters. It was awesome.
I saw that movie in theaters. I remember for my birthday last year, you guys were like, you can watch or pick like whatever movie, and I picked Die Hard for us to watch. So
Yeah,
I love that movie.
yeah. I love Krampus. I love my mom. She's.
I
sick
love
right
your mom too.
now. Fucker. She's actually very sick right now, so she doesn't make it through this illness. You're a cunt.
Not really though, right?
No, not really though.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. I know what you're probably thinking, audience. Would Reed joke about that? Yeah, Reed would. There's not a lot. I won't make a joke
It
about.
turns out yes. Yeah.
Yeah, if there's a horrible thing to be said, I'm gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever started making a joke, and then halfway through making the joke, you've gone too far, and you kind of just have to continue on saying it?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Because I did that. I did that in one of my classes in Oxford. It was one of those things that you say, where you say and you go, "Oh fuck, I probably shouldn't have said that." But one person laughed, and I credit that person for that.
Hell yeah. If one person laughs, you win. The joke landed.
At work yesterday, I did the Joaquin Phoenix like finger in the mouth smile from Joker to one of my best friends that works there, and they cracked the fuck up. So I was proud of that.
Good. I saw a trailer for Joker 2, and now I think I want to see it. I didn't before, but now I do.
Yeah, I'll probably see it.
The sets look really cool, so I kind of want to see that production. Yeah.
Remember the first? Oh, sorry.
Oh no,
Continue.
no! You say your thing because I'm trying to remember a thing here.
Oh, do you remember back when the first one came out, and like theaters like stepped up security because they were worried about like incels bombing shit and stuff?
Like
Yeah.
justifiably so, I would say. Yeah, it's that kind of movie.
Yeah. My thing I just remembered was that I was gonna bring up a story in which I was telling an inappropriate joke, and I actually did stop halfway through it. I think I delivered the setup, But the punchline that I had thought of about 5 seconds before saying anything at all, I was like, yeah, I can tell this. I was in front of Maddie's parents and family, and the punchline was essentially that it's cheap to just have illegitimate bastards and try for them. And I got to that point and I thought, you know what? It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No.
Well, if you're gonna say yours, then I guess I should tell my story.
Oh yeah. You got a minute
So
and
we're
40 seconds, so be
okay. I'll
warned.
do this quick. So we're in the middle of class, and we're talking about Bill Clinton and the the Rwandan genocide.
Oh no.
And the
Oh no.
professor goes, after his presidency, Bill Clinton stated that his biggest regret was not doing more for the Rwandan genocide. And me in the back, in the front of the class, not even thinking, go, really? That's his biggest regret? And as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh, fuck, I should not have said that.
That is fucking hilarious.
I think that's funny. I think
Yeah.
that's funny too. I don't think you need to feel bad about that. Yeah. Yeah.
No way that the professor wasn't cracking up at that.
Yeah.
Holy shit. The American
I
student
gotta-
goes, that was his biggest regret.
He's famous for a lot more where I come from.
Awesome.
Because I have to say, there one person laughed, and it was the French kid, and I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we like that one.
All right, we got to go to break because we're right at the end of time. All right, we'll be back, everybody. Enjoy your advertisement. Let's get this show on the road. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Podcast The Motion Picture. Hope you enjoyed the ad. A couple things I think I didn't even say in the first half of the introduction. This is our 10th episode in a row without taking a 2-year-long hiatus. First time we've ever done. So, woohoo. Pretty cool, right?
Good for us. Good for us. We did lose your audio again, so stop fucking moving. Is that soda really that important
I think,
now?
No, I don't think it's that. I think part of
stop
it
moving.
is I
What? Can't hear you because your audio doesn't work because you keep moving. Can't hear you.
unplugged it. I just fucking tore it.
Can't
The
hear
reason
you.
why
I
I
can't
do
hear
it-
you.
Anyway, happy 10th episode.
This is actually a milestone.
This
is cool. This is
Yeah.
by far the longest stretch we've made. So
glad we could all be here tonight for it.
yeah.
I think I'm most upset because I texted you guys at 5 in the fucking morning. So since 5 in the morning, guy could
What are
have
you
texted
doing with
us.
that, by the way? Yeah,
What?
like I woke
I-
up and it was like 3 hours ago or something. I like,
I don't know. I just get up some days. I don't know.
yeah,
I don't
go back
sleep.
to bed.
Sleep's always been like background noise to me. I don't think sleep's stupid. I think sleeping and eating are evolutionary mistakes.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, I like sleeping.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big eating guy. Sleep, I can take or leave sleep most days, but
I just I've never really like I taste things just fine, but like I do like something that tastes really good, but there's not really a whole lot of things where I'm like, God, food is the thing I want right now. I've never really been in love with the act of eating or the vibe of eating. I just do it for the nutrients. Like I do it because it tastes good. I'm not a fucking psychopath, but I really
sure.
don't care about it.
I am
Reed, you say that, and I saw what you did to some bread and brie cheese in Paris. So I don't think I know if I believe that.
Hey, that was a different world, man. That shit was good.
And I'm a big like hanger guy. Like if I don't eat my like breakfast, lunch, dinner regularly, I get really pissy and tough to be around. So
I
like
like
my
that
food.
about you.
Yeah.
I'm not pretty big on breakfast. I'm kind of a coffee and whatever like maybe an apple or something.
And
You
6 zins.
remember you remember the season 7 bit of Game of Thrones where episodes keep ending where like Cersei's putting people she doesn't like in her dungeon and like the worst thing that could happen to you. Mine is breakfast. You have to eat breakfast food, but it's just eggs every day. That's my Cersei room. I hate eggs.
Yeah.
They're gross as shit, but I eat them.
I love breakfast food, but not until like 11 a.m. probably.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. I will eat it because I know I need the calories right when I get up. Otherwise, I'll be pissy by noon. But like, I don't like it. So yeah, we have that milestone. Something else to talk about is we're gonna have a new release on the mini movies, the YouTube, the channel, on the internet next week. Uh, our good and dear friend Atticus has a film. It's been released, but I'm gonna re-release it to there. Yeah, Noah's rolling his eyes. Jack muted himself, I'm sure because he's yelling curse words at his computer. It's a pretty good film. I believe the title that it's gonna have is Far from the Tree. And yeah, I will say absolutely nothing about it, and will make people watch it as much as I can because not because it's this release that we haven't had like an actual video scripted thing put out there for a long time, but it's kind of good. It's kind of something that for how little quality that he could throw at it, it fucking rings out with I like it. So yeah,
Is
look for
this
that.
is this Addie's first involvement with the channel too?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. He never
He's
made it
finally
anymore. Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
all that being said, he's for those of you listening, we're gonna have our first real time, big time guest star next week on the podcast. Our friend Atticus is gonna be on. We'll get him to talk about some movies. We'll get him to talk about the production of his film, and yeah, it's gonna be fun.
I do
Good for
think I'm gonna
Atticus.
pick that
Yeah,
day.
Noah's probably gonna sit that day. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I think that's all I have for little fun things to throw at it like that. Oh, I guess one other thing, not at all important. I bought two things today. I went to Walmart, two things, not two chains, but just one chain. That's right. Right here, bought a chain. Got to wear it to the Green Day concert because I was like, I'm missing
Yeah.
something. Second of
Cool.
all, second thing, yeah, thanks. Second thing I bought was a Twins shirt, so I had something to wear for when we go to that Twins game.
Fuck yeah.
Do you want a Twins jersey?
Yes? Do you have
Nah,
one?
You can't have it forever, but like
nah.
you wear it to the game.
Nah, I don't like wearing other people's stuff. I don't. It's not like I'm worried I'll spill it or ruin it. It's just I like it to be my clothes, you know, nothing
Oh, I
I
against
see
do.
how
you
it
or
is.
anyone
That's
else.
it's the same. Like I refuse to buy T-shirts at Savers, which is weird, but like
I'll
I don't like it.
I'll buy
I
them
don't like
from
it.
I'll buy them secondhand because then they're mine. But if I'm borrowing clothes from a friend, it's like I don't like it. It's like if I'm driving someone else's car, I'm not gonna be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Hey Reed, do you remember when I drove Connor's car because your dad, for whatever reason, won't let you drive us back?
Yeah, yeah. I gotta. Yeah. Yeah. Fun.
I remember
Very
that.
very fun for everyone. Okay. Noah, you've
Except for
got
Noah.
some movies to talk about. Is there any other milestones? We just, good pat on the back there. I'd like to commend you two as well. I Cole as well. I know I'm shitting on him for not being here this week. No, I'm not shitting him for not being here this week. I'm shitting on him for at 7 fucking 13 minutes after curtains open, him going, yeah, I'm not gonna be there tonight. Like, no fucking dog shit, buddy boy. But no, seriously, to you three and myself as well. But all of us, I think this has been a delightful 10 episodes. And every single time we open our mouth, pure gold comes falling out, and I love it. So
I agree. No,
yeah.
absolutely. This has been fun to do. And when there's a Twins game on in the background, I mean, I nowhere else I'd rather be right now, honest to God.
I like that you're here where you want to be is on this call, but also sidetracked watching something else.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Uh, all right. Well, I guess
Ooh.
lay it on us, Noah. What movie did you
Sure.
watch?
I think if I gave you guys 1,000 guesses, you wouldn't be able to guess the two movies I watched last Saturday with my parents.
Requiem.
Reed, what year did season 1 of The Mandalorian come out? Was it 2019?
I think 2019. Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, 2019.
Okay. So about 5 years ago, when I got Disney Plus, I bought like a year-long subscription. I decided at the time, because I was 18, 19 and watching like basically two movies a day, that I was going to try to watch every like Disney, like huge, big Disney animated feature. and I made it up to Lady and the Tramp and stopped for like 4 years. Well, D23, like the big Disney Expo, was like last weekend. So I was seeing like a bunch of Disney shit on my like Twitter timeline. And I was like, you know what? I want to watch a Disney movie, and I kind of want it to be a movie I haven't seen so I can talk about it on the podcast. So my mom and I watched 1959's Sleeping Beauty, which I had never seen before in my whole life.
Wow.
Yeah,
Can
you know what?
I take a stab at the other movie you watched?
Sure.
Maleficent.
Yes. Yes, it was. Wow.
Wow.
Good job, Dad.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Absolutely, it
Good
was.
job.
Yeah. So we watched Sleeping
Yeah,
Beauty.
don't fucking put it in your diary, dude.
Oh,
You letterboxed it.
I did letterbox it. Yep. I thought you pulled that cold. I was like, God damn. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Sleeping Beauty,
Uh.
great. Great. The artwork in the old Disney movies is like a warm blanket for every single one of them. Like it's just fun to watch those movies. I mean, I don't know how many 50s movies I've seen in my life. It's probably like less than 20. I mean, like, so just to watch a movie from that time period is cool. It is what it is. It's like less than 80 minutes long. It's a fairy tale movie. It's good. Like I had a really nice time watching it. But then my dad and my sister got home, and we were like, we still have some like time before dinner. Like, let's watch another movie. So yes, we did choose Maleficent, which none of us had seen. It was fine. It's very reminiscent of like the Johnny Depp Alice in Wonderland movies, kind of. Except better than those because I fucking hated both those movies.
They
But
made two of those?
yeah, there's two Alice in Wonderlands. There's also two Maleficents, and we only watched the first one. But it takes the Sleeping Beauty story that you know, and it kind of goes a different way with it, which I appreciated. It's kind of a feel good movie. It's sort of the theme that Frozen gives you, where like true love doesn't have to be the princess and the Prince Charming. You know, true love can come from other places. It kind of goes with that theme again, and I appreciated that. The CGI reminded me of the CGI from The Hobbit, which we've been talking about recently, which is to say not very good. And like I said, I haven't seen The Hobbit in 10 years, but I remember some like weird kind of CGI effects on the trolls and stuff, or the dwarves. Goddamn, sorry about that. The dwarves. But like there's some weird CGI, like Dolores Umbridge plays a fairy in this movie, and it looks terrible.
Weird.
Like it looks worse than Chris Evans on the little boy's body in First Avenger. It looks terrible. But like overall, it's kind of a feel good movie, and it's again like a quick, easy watch. And sometimes I really am in the mood for some Disney because it's just movies you've been watching since you were 2 years old, and there's some magic there. So I had a bit of a Disney day this weekend and watched Sleeping Beauty and Maleficent and enjoyed them both. So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What would you rate? Which one would you prefer?
Sleeping Beauty for the kind of animation artwork and the historic value of it. If you're gonna watch one, I'd watch Sleeping Beauty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I was gonna ask you, how do you feel? I've only seen like bits and snippets from, because that was a D23 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And on the topic of Disney, the little dwarves that they're doing for the new one kind of look kind of
Yeah.
creepy.
They look awful.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then also, why are they remaking Stitch, man?
Yep. Fucking
What?
live action Stitch. Why not? Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
My niece Juji Fruit. Let me see if I can get this darn thing up on the whatchamacallit here. Can you guys see this? This is my background sometimes. It's my niece dressed up as Stitch.
Now that you
Nice.
say that, I can see that.
Yeah.
It would be indiscernible.
Mhm.
Oh, there you go. Clear.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, she here she is pouting because we said B Stitch, or my sister said B Stitch, and then she threw her hood up. Anyway, yeah, they definitely don't need to remake or touch Lilo and Stitch. I don't know why they keep doing it. I don't know why they're not
Yeah,
creating new shows.
I think it's trademark law. I think they have to keep making it
right. Or
before it
they
goes,
lose the rights.
yeah,
Yeah.
or it goes like public domain or whatever.
Weird. Okay, yeah, they should just actually say fuck that and have a soul rather than a purpose of for money.
I agree. Like they announced The Incredibles 3 and Toy Story 4. And it's just like, can you please, 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 please make a new good thing? Please. You can do it. You've done it before. Make a new good thing.
And
Please.
part of my concern is like the people making these decisions are not computers. They are red-blooded human beings like every one of us. So they're looking at this as some type of equation and not giving a shit about the creative aspect of it and trying
No.
to tug on the heartstrings. They just say to themselves, let's remake this so we can keep it in the back pocket in case if we ever want to remake this for real. Just garbage.
Yeah.
Now my background's stuck as Juji Fruit. I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna keep that.
Nice.
I had a nice moment at the clinic a long time ago where we have a little Stitch toy there and you try to get the kids to like ask for stuff. So I held up the Stitch toy to one of the kids to get them to ask for it, and he goes, "I want kangaroo," and it was really funny. He thought Stitch was a kangaroo.
All right. Well, Jack, do you want to go next or do you want me to go next?
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Mm, this is a big decision time. Noah, how many movies do you have?
Just those.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a bunch.
Unless you want me to talk more about Top Gun Maverick.
No. Oh, don't tempt me. No, you're good. I'll talk about my thing.
Okay.
Because I'm prepped for it. So I went to M. Night Shyamalan's Trap. You guys see a trailer for the movie Trap?
No, but is that the one where it's basically like a ad for his daughter's music?
Oh, she is a musician seeking that. I had a big conversation with some people I thought were my friends about nepotism and how bullshit it is. And they said, well, she was actually pretty talented. To which I said, nepotism doesn't make it go away. Jeff Bridges is great, still fucking nepotism. And it will never not be nepotism. So yeah, I'm
I
pretty pissed
agree with
about
you,
that.
except for on Jeff Bridges, I think.
You can't disagree, though. You can't disagree. It
I
is.
disagree.
You can't do that. You cannot do that. Nah.
Well, did M. Night Shyamalan the movie?
He did a little Shyamalan. He put himself in there also and gave himself
He
a bunch
always
of lines.
does.
And
Yeah.
you guys like to bring up how distracting it is when directors do that. Never
Yeah.
used to bug me. Doesn't bug me when Tarantino does it. I wouldn't even normally notice him doing it, but I think it was in Glass. Maybe was the last time I saw him pop into one of those, and it's pretty atrocious. Then, I guess Cabin in the Woods does it, and this one he
The
does it
one in
again.
Signs is bad too, I
I don't
think.
I don't think I remember the science ones, but it's not great in this one. It's just a moment where it's like you don't need all of these lines. You don't need to be on camera from two different spots. Give that role to an actor, please. For the love of fucking God, you are one of the world's most famous directors. Don't fucking do this, you fuck. You're like 50, 60, whoever. Anyway,
With you.
I am having difficulty saying how I feel. I liked it a lot. Now, I guess to give you the premise, I don't want to spoil anything. This is a movie
It's
that I think
Halloween H2O's Josh Hartnett, right?
this is a movie that could have benefited from having no trailer. If this could have been a thing, you know how I'm sure paintings used to get dropped where it was just like, yo, new Picasso, bam, there it is, right in front of you. And people were like, oh shit, Picasso, look at that square. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Sure.
this is a movie where I wish we didn't live in this consumerism type of a world of how to get the, it's where we live. I'm not protesting, but I wish we didn't live in a world where you have to put trailers out there to get people to come see your movie. I wish we could live in a world where it suddenly dropped. Because if you went to this movie just on a whim, just were randomly shown it, you would be fucking engulfed in what you're watching. Let me give you the premise. The premise is fucking cool as shit, and it's done really well. So Josh Hartnett goes to this movie, Halloween H2Os. No, I've been meaning to ask, have you been running around behind my back with my girlfriend, Maddie? Because she
Oh,
fucking dropped Halloween H2O's Josh Hartnett on me the other day. And I was like, who the fuck are you? You've become Noah. Anyway,
yeah. I
Halloween's
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
Halloween's Josh Hartnett is in it. And he's this dad. He's bringing his daughter to this concert, who's M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. Anyway, this woman, Ravenclaw is her name in it. Ravenclaw, I think, is it, or something like that. Yeah, yeah.
Like
Right.
Harry Potter?
Maybe. Anyway, shut the fuck up. We don't have enough time for this. We can do this all day. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. Calm down there. I see you on the camera. Fucking. Anyway, quiet. Go to this thing. Josh Hartnett's there with his daughter, loving daughter. It's going really well. Kind of starts noticing, man, there's a lot of police around this place. He's noticed some people getting picked up. And he's like, what the hell's going on? He tries to ask it around, and he kind of starts to find out that what's going on is there is a serial killer here, and the serial killer is this infamous serial killer, and this person's made a mistake, and the police are onto the serial killer. They know that the serial killer is going to be at this fucking concert, so they're not letting anybody out. They're working very hard to get the person that fits the description. And this is where I gotta spoil something because I can't talk about it without saying this. Um, Josh Hartnett is the guy. He's the serial killer. And that's not like the twist at the end. It would have been cool if that were the twist. But what it is this movie is, imagine you're at the XL Energy Center or something like that. You're at a concert and the police show up and you're like, I got to manage to get out of here. And they've thought of everything. So it's really a movie about him trying to break out of there, which I love. It was a really cool premise. The whole time we were there and he's trying to get out, anxiety bubble in my chest. And I don't know how to get that. I don't like vibe with characters. I don't feel for him so much, but I'm just like stuck in this place of like, holy shit, is he gonna get through this? Like what mistake is he gonna make? And I keep watching and I'm like, oh my God, how is he keep just barely something happens? And they're creative. All right. M. Night was very creative in these moments of getting him to the next step where it's not just this obvious, like, oh, obviously he's gonna do that, or oh, obviously that. Like he just really slight moment where he manages to thread a needle of trouble, and it's great. It's grand. Uh, Loved that part of it. But then the second half takes over, and it was very much. You remember the Australia vibe where we watched Australia, and it was great. And then the second half of Australia came on.
I mean, I remember it all being shitty and the second half being worse, but yeah.
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 I remember the experience of watching Australia and being like, thank fuck this movie's over. And then it just kept going.
Then I kept going and then kept going.
Jack, yeah, Jack, you just said it perfectly. Sorry, everybody listening. It's not, the first half's not great. Jack said it better, where you watch the movie and you're like, all right, it's done. But then it turns out you're only halfway through the fucking movie and it's only
Like-
been an hour.
Yeah,
And you
like Return of the King.
Yeah, no, well, that's different. That's different. No, this one, and it's not Australian like where it's really shitty in the first half. The first half was great, not gonna lie. But then, and again, the second half's not terrible either. It's just that what movie was advertised, what I was shown was the first half of the movie. So when it kept fucking going, I was getting pretty upset. And then M. Night does this thing where he can't end the fucking movie like Return of the King. But it's not like Return of the King where you're like, oh, is it over yet? Is it over yet? You're literally watching the movie conclude naturally. You keep seeing the movie conclude naturally, and the only thing being added on is he does the same fucking thing, the same thing, the same thing, the same, and it's not some big twist, not some well-written thing. It's just like, oh, he escaped. Oh, he died. Oh, he escaped. Oh, he's on the run. Oh, he got her. Oh, it's over. Oh, and it keeps fucking happening. And finally, we get this really cool shot of we're getting this pan over, and it shows this last, and I don't want to spoil it because the shot's cool, but it shows one last shot, and then lo and behold, there's another thing beyond that. And it's like, motherfucker, you fuck, quit doing it. And the other thing I'm gonna say on it, but then I can yield the floor to my good friend Jack, is I think M. Night lives in a world where he doesn't know, like I think he lives in a fantasy world because and he does, a lot of movies are like that, but in this movie in particular, Josh Hartnett, the police are after him, and the way the police are shown interacting with suspected criminals, people, and a person that they think has murdered 12 fucking people and is nicknamed the Butcher. uh they're like kind to him. They won't kill him. They keep trying to use tasers, and it's like, M. Night, like, what do you think? Like, what do you think they do? We had a guy an hour and 20 minutes north of where I'm at now who knelt on the neck of a man for 8 fucking minutes and killed him. And then a good chunk of the city was lit on fire because they didn't want to do anything about it. And motherfucker, I'm doing politics. I'm doing
You weren't
politics.
until you
I
weren't
You
until
are.
you
You weren't
just said
supposed to.
that. Martin
Ah.
Sheen.
Shit. No, I know, but I'm honest. This ain't some fucking game for me. Fuck, I fucked up the whole episode here. Now we gotta start over. Well, everybody, I can't not talk about politics, so there we go. Anyway, yeah, M. Night does bullshit, and he shows police as very caring, kind, empathetic, not even empathetic, sympathetic people towards 12 people victim murderer. So I think he's living under a rock, and nepotism is evil and fucking bullshit. So,
Yeah. That I mean, so at the end of the day, should I see this on a $5 Tuesday or just no?
It was enjoyable. If it's ever on streaming, set aside time, watch it, because it was enjoyable to watch. You'll watch it, you'll nitpick, and you'll be like, there's some bullshit in here. But it's just like, it was a fun movie. If it was ever on TV, I'd hop right in. Um, it's really well done until just suddenly it's not anymore. But I don't think that
Yeah.
it ruins it. And I'll say this is important I say it. The three other people I was with, Maddie, Josie Sagan, all of them think I'm wrong. So I very well could be
Okay.
wrong, even though I never have been. And last detail, I texted you, I had an awesome conversation in the parking lot. I had an awesome fucking conversation. We leave that movie theater. I'm loudly complaining about it. Two strangers from like halfway down the parking lot are like, dude, it never ended or whatever. They were like agreeing. I was like, oh
Sweet.
my God, yeah. He was like, that was dog shit. I'm like, yeah, totally. I'm talking with this
Yeah.
stranger. I'm vibing with them. We're getting in the cars. He's like, all right, you have a good night. I'm like, yeah, you too. Hey, watch out. The butcher's out and about. Having a good laugh. He chuckles, gets in his car. I'm like, wow, that was awesome. And I'm like, in the car, like, God, I can't believe it. Like, I've never really had a cool conversation with strangers like that. And Josie goes, oh, no, I work with them. It's like, son of a bitch.
Ah.
I thought I made friends, but no.
So like Shyamalan is one of the most interesting case studies out of any director, I think. Because like he's someone that's been around all our lifetimes. He's been making movies the entire time we've been alive and into movies. But it's his first movie, I think, is The Sixth Sense. And The Sixth Sense is one of the best movies I've ever seen. It's one of my favorite movies ever. It's great. And then Unbreakable is also awesome. And then Signs is also really, really great. And then it's been like 23 years of mediocrity from really bad to like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But it almost just makes you wonder, like, do some people really only have like a couple good stories to tell and then they just suck for 20 years? He's a really interesting case. I'm kind of a Shyamalan fan, but I don't know.
I hear you. It's I would liken that to Green Day.
Yeah,
been putting out shit for 20 years.
Absolutely. They had a peak that was as high as anyone's peak, and then have had big lows and some moderate highs for a long time.
I think the reason I got so frustrated with it and why I disliked the second half is, to me, watching that first half, it wasn't like there was going to be some big twist like The Sixth Sense, and it wasn't like we had these slower moments like movies used to have. It was kind of not really fast paced running around, but anxious. You were anxious the whole time, and it was done so well and so crisp. I thought this is his moment of another Sixth Sense thing. It's not going to put out that
We lost you.
Lost you for a bit.
I thought it was gonna put out this new thing of where Shyamalan is this new reinvented guy where he can make you feel this, and then he just kind of whiffed on the end, and I think that's why I'm so pissed, is we were
Yeah.
that close.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm looking at his direction, all the films he's directed, and there's some stinkers on here. You know, I forgot he did After Earth.
Is that fucking the Will Smith one?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's the one with his kid.
this is
Speaking of
actually the second
nepotism,
time After Earth has been mentioned on this podcast recently.
Wow, M Night should no longer be in working anymore. He needs to.
He
just
made
leave
the
it,
last
man.
Airbender. That's him.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
he made the last Airbender and then followed it up with After Earth. That's impressive. That is
Wow.
an impressive.
wow, that is bad.
But I'm looking at his movies, and he has 3 good movies. I think 4. I'd say 4. I have 4. 4
What's your
actually
fourth one
decent
you're
movies.
throwing on there?
Split.
Oh,
Split.
that's pretty
Split's pretty good.
So you've got Split, Unbreakable, Sixth Sense, and Signs.
Yep.
Glass, I think, is okay.
Oh.
Glass is okay.
so
It's not good.
bad.
No,
It's
it's
not
bad.
good.
No, and I had a
see-
streak of going to movies every week. We went to Glass, and it broke the streak because it was like we gotta take a break from watching.
Oh, okay.
movies.
Here's
Like,
here's
we
why I
walked
say
out of that
okay.
theater with our heads hung. Like, we were excited for it, and it was just
Yeah.
bad.
I say okay because I haven't seen it since theaters, and besides the guy from Split running around the courtyard, and spoilers, Bruce Willis dying in a
Bruce
puddle.
Willis
like
dying, yeah.
I don't remember anything from that movie. Like I could
Yeah.
not tell you what happened in that movie.
I remember one thing from that movie, which I'm sure Reed remembers as well, but the we've been duped line has lived with me
We've
forever.
been duping
so
you for quite some time.
We've been duping you for quite some time.
Duping. she throws the word duping out there. We've been duping you. Another frustrating part about Trap is Josh Hartnett is a very strong character. Physically, he's very strong and he's muscular, but he's got some strength just a little bit more than should be. So by the end of it, I was like, are we gonna get set up to like wrap back into the fucking Glass Unbreakable type of bullshit and like maybe they're all alive or something? Didn't get it, sadly. But yeah. Poor M. Night.
I'm gonna
I
throw a
forgot The
spoiler
Village.
for.
Ooh.
I gotta
sorry,
watch that
what?
one again. I haven't seen it in so long. As a kid, that scared the shit out of me.
I've never seen that one. Josh Hartnett appears in season 3 of The Boys, so we're in a little bit of a Hartnett-assance right
When
now
and where?
for
When?
one scene, and he's good in it. I'll
What
say
is
that.
he? What
He's
does he
very good
do?
in it. He is one of the main characters is divorced to Britta from Community, and he is the guy that is marrying Britta. But Josh Hartnett, this guy, and Britta are all still on good terms, even though there's some family turmoil there. And he has a scene where he apologizes to this guy. This guy is Ebon Moss-Bachrach from Andor and from Daredevil, a really good actor. And he and Josh Hartnett have a scene together. That's really cool. In
The
season 3 of
Boys,
The Bear.
season 3?
The Bear, not The Boys. Did
Oh,
I say
I-
The Boys?
Oh, you said
I
The
meant The
Boys.
Bear.
Okay.
I meant
That's
The
why
Bear.
you started saying Britta, and I was like, when is Britta in The
I meant-
Boys?
I
Like I
meant
had
The
to think
Bear the whole
really
time.
hard about that.
You
one.
were bringing these
Yeah.
people up. I'm like, what are you talking
No,
about?
I meant The Bear the whole time.
Cool. I'll have to.
They always come out at the same time, and it's easy to confuse those. So yeah,
Something fun. I don't know. Do you guys ever like notice balding on actors?
I noticed balding on baseball players.
Yeah, I feel like you don't ever get balding on actors anymore because either they are bald like a Bruce Willis or The Rock, or they have hair, and there's no in between anymore. And I really don't care for that. I think it's as annoying as a female lead having fake boobs and lip filler. Where
Yeah.
it's like just put a human being on the spot because I want to see a human story told. I don't want to have to see people work to become a fictitious person for the sake of a movie. But I think like David Harbour, if you remember, when he was coming out. Do you remember the shock and awe of like, whoa, it's just a normal looking guy?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And
I
this,
think of Richard Schiff from The West Wing is horribly bald, but is fucking phenomenal
yeah,
always. So,
yeah.
yeah,
And he's got, he's not like bald like John Cena, or sorry, not John Cena, but The Rock, where it's like shaved everywhere. Like he's still growing his
right.
hair, even though
No,
he's
he's
bald.
gross bald. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But like this Josh Hartnett doesn't have some bald spot or anything, but he just has like you could tell how much his hair is thinning in it. And it's like he looks like such a normal guy, and yet he looks like a fucking movie star. I want him thrown on a bunch of things because he just I don't know. He looks like a cool dude. And something I'll say while he plays this serial killer, and he's a psychopath. Jack, sorry, we've kind of walked over your ability to talk about your movie. I'm very sorry about that. Um,
No, please continue.
but while this movie's about a psychopath, Jack, I don't know how you feel about movies about psychopaths. Noah, I know that you don't like them. I know you don't like the
Not always.
romanticism.
Yeah.
This movie does a really good job where even though this guy's the main character, I was worried because it's a serial killer movie about a psychopath and he's the main character. I was like, oh boy, it's going to be Joker. People are going to be in love with this guy. Watching it, it's like, no, this is really well done because, like, yeah, he's a dad and he's doing his job as a dad, but in the moments where he's being real, he is such an asocial person and just no charisma outside of forced interactions where he is very clearly a fucking like a pissant in reality, where this guy is such a fucking loser inside because that's what asocial serial killers are. They're not cool or sexy. They fucking suck asshole. They're weird. They're quirky and don't have a vibe. And you kind of see that. It's not every second. A lot of the time you see him being this kind of golden boy looking fella, but that's an act. There's some moments where they kind of get him broken down, and it's clear that this guy isn't even like he's not even in control of the serial killing so much. Like, yeah, it's him doing it, but like clearly it's in his own mind. He's very much a bitch about it all too. So I think it's well done. It doesn't make him look like a hero of serial killers. It makes him look like an asshole.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah,
I it was refreshing to not see a serial killer become a superhero.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my story. It was called Trapped. M. Night Shyamalan gave it 2.5 stars, so pretty exactly mid. Unlike this Diet
Mid.
Pepsi I'm drinking.
Good diet, Pep.
Very good.
Do we have time for Jack's film?
We have 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
All right, very easy. Casino Royale, great movie. 5 out of 5. Not the best Daniel Craig Bond, but it's close.
You don't think so?
It's up. Dude, I fucking love Skyfall. So like, I'm a big Skyfall. Like,
I recently watched Skyfall. It didn't hold up as well as I had remembered it, which was
But
interesting. Yeah.
I will say the Casino Royale at the end when he does the name drop is so fucking good.
Yeah. No, you've never seen any James Bond movie still? Yeah,
No.
you gotta watch them.
If I were to start with Casino Royale, is that okay? If I
Yeah.
just watched the Craig one?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Maybe I'll
Trust
do
me,
that.
Noah.
Then.
Noah, there's like a 40-year stint of Bond movies that are horrible, like actually bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's my short review of Casino Royale.
I'd like to say that Casino Royale to me, I think I liked that. I think the reason why Skyfall fell short is because I had also recently seen Casino Royale. Well, I suppose it had been a couple years since I seen Casino Royale, but it was fresh enough in my mind, so because I can't forget it. Where just the premise, what he's trying to do, isn't some, we gotta necessarily save the world. I'm sure those stakes are there in Casino Royale, but where it's the act that he's got to perform is fucking go into this place and be a gambler. And who does he have to portray? Some suave, sexy guy. And it's just a perfect setting for James Bond to be like, yeah, I'm James Bond. So I like
I'll move Casino Royale towards the top of shit I should watch list because it's been too long.
Plus Mads Mikkelsen and Eva Green are pretty great.
You know, Eva Green is the best.
Yeah.
She makes the movie. I think without her character, the movie would fall so flat.
She does add a ton to it, and it's nice. Good for her. Good for her. Lucille from Arrested Development was that quote. Now, let's wrap this son of a gun shindig up. Everybody, this was the 10th episode. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, Cole gives a rat's ass to come and see us. People don't think he gives a rat's ass. But anyway, this has been fun. Yeah, go check us out on Mini Movies on YouTube if you like that. Also, don't forget, tell other people about us. Because now I work with dementia people. I keep telling them, and they're like, "What?" And it's like, ah, damn it, they don't know what any of this shit is. So you got to tell people about it. Otherwise, I'll track them down and I'll Josh Hartnett the shit out of them, as in be a good dad to them. Anyway, let's wrap this up. Thank you for listening, and bye bye. See you.